Shabbat Shalom. I really like Google Directions. I like knowing how to get somewhere, and I very much like knowing how long it will take to get there. I appreciate the countdown clocks we have in the subway stations and bus stops that let us know how many minutes it will be until the next train or bus arrives. There's a kind of anxiety to waiting without knowing. Waiting for news, waiting for something to resolve, or waiting for a response can be so uncomfortable. It is as if we are perched and ready to move, but don't yet know the path ahead. Uncertainty is uncomfortable. When you desperately want something to happen or something not to happen, you feel somewhat frozen until there is some resolution. As a Jewish people, we are in a time of counting. Tonight, we mark 30 days of the Omer. The Omer is the period of 49 days that we are commanded to count from the second day of Passover to Shavuot. We read in this week's Torah portion, "You shall count off 7 weeks from the day after Passover to the day on which you bring the sheaf of elevation, that is Shavuot." Our sages take note that we count the days until Shavuot as opposed to the days after Passover. In a sense, we count upwards, 1, 2, 3, instead of having a countdown. Even though we typically count down towards the known and predictable dates on our calendars, birthdays, anniversaries, a concert we can't wait to see, and even to a surgery or a legal hearing, and so on. We usually count up when we don't know what to expect. Imagine being lost in a desert. You count how many days that you are lost there. You count the days as you go, without knowing what is ahead. And yet, when we count the Omer, we know that we will stop counting at a specific time. That is when we reach Shavuot, and yet we count up from day 1 to 2 to 3. The rabbis in their wisdom had us count this way in order to embody the experience of the Israelites. Just as we are to feel at the end of our Seders that we too were redeemed from Egypt, we too are enacting the experience of walking into the unknown. The Israelites had no way of knowing how long their journey would take and what gifts and challenges they would encounter along the way. As Martin Buber writes, all journeys have secret destinations of which the traveler is unaware. Yet tradition tells us to use each and every day well. The psalmist implores God, "Limnot yameinu kain, hoda v'navi levav chochma." Teach us to count our days rightly, that we may obtain a wise heart. Many translations of this psalm leave out the word rightly, but it's actually quite important. It's part of the puzzle. We don't just count our days, we count them rightly in order to make them count. We are urged here to use time well, to be self-reflective of the ways in which we spend our days. During the Omer, there is a tradition of using each and every day as an opportunity to turn inwards towards the self and work on strengthening our character. Each week is paired with a midah, a soul trait, and we are encouraged to focus on various aspects of how to develop that soul trait throughout the week. Today, we are urged to think of cultivating strength within humility. As Rabbi Simon Jacobson writes, a full cup cannot be filled when you're filled with yourself and your needs. There is no room for more. When you empty yourself, your capacity to receive increases beyond your previously perceived limits. Taking on the practice of self-reflection over the Omer can help us as we make our own journeys from Passover to Shavuot, from being bound by preconceived ideas of who we need to be, to claiming a new freedom as we allow ourselves to embrace new ways of being. This process leads to revelation for us, too. What do you hope to bring into your life over the remaining 22 days of the Omer? What habits are you hoping to let go of? What changes would you like to see within yourself? 22 days is actually quite a bit of time. Just think of all that has happened in your lives over the last 3 weeks. The 3 weeks ahead could be the beginning of something transformative, something deeply nurturing. As we dive into our internal selves, the quality of time shifts. We are no longer just counting the minutes until the next bus or subway arrives. We count each day as we strive to reach our potential. It's a profoundly hopeful experience as we claim these days as ones of personal enrichment and repair. May God teach us to count our days rightly, that we may obtain a wise heart. Shabbat Shalom.